Today is Friday, December 6th, and this is your forecast for the northeastern United States, which means it is Friday. Finally. I tell you, the week after Thanksgiving always feels like the longest week of the year. I don't know why. It just always does. I think it's because we're sort of in warp speed between Thanksgiving and the Christmas holiday. Everything just seems to be going so quickly. And it's just tough to get back into that routine after a holiday, especially the one where you eat so much food. But here we are. Going into the weekend, we got a cold start this morning in the New York City metro, but we do have bright skies. So take the umbrella, leave the umbrella behind, take the sunglasses with you as you head out the door, but you're going to want to bundle up, hats, gloves, the whole deal. Then in the afternoon, it's the gusty winds that I think you're really going to feel, so that's going to push these temperatures into the 20s. So be ready for that. Dress for 20s and not 30. So it's a bona fide winter day for us. 34 settling back into the low 30s a bit here as we head into the evening hours. Barely at 30 today in Albany. And then we got ongoing areas of lake effect snow coming off of Lake Ontario and Lake Erie. The lake effect snow mostly north of Syracuse for today, but later this evening, it looks like that band of snow may fall into the Syracuse metro and could make for some tough travels. So Rochester to Syracuse, if you're driving along the thruway and your plans bring you in that direction, that may be a bit of an issue. Meanwhile, of course, in the New York City metro, it's clear skies. It's just going to be cold. We settle back to about 29 tonight in New York City, 22 in Albany, ongoing lake effect snow from Syracuse to Rochester in the 20s, and 27 with maybe a flurry in Buffalo. So here's what's going on across the national map. We got this blast of cold air that's producing all that lake effect snow as the cold air comes across the relatively warmer Great Lakes. And all of it, as we know, is driven by the wind direction. So depending on the wind direction, that determines where the snow sets up. It's cold all the way down to the deep south, by the way. Even in New Orleans, temperatures are barely peaking at 60 degrees. So with the cold air and the lake effect snow, there will be some accumulating snow. Most of that in the next 24 hours is north of Syracuse, but this evening going into tomorrow morning, there's an opportunity, for 3 to 6, maybe locally higher amounts, and we're going to see that playing out for the ski country south of Buffalo into the western southern tier as well. Weekend forecast looks pretty chilly, at least for Saturday. Bigger temperature swings happening as we go into Sunday. We're going to start to see those temperatures warming up coming in from the west. So even in the New York City metro, we're seeing those temperatures climbing quite a bit on Sunday. So we go from a high of 38 on Saturday to a high of 48 on Sunday, and highs in the 50s for the first half of next week. Then another storm system comes through, and that's going to knock the temperatures down. So if you've been hearing about this big warm up next week, yeah, it's kind of a mini warm up. It's a warm up nonetheless, but it is only going to last about 3 days, and then it gets much colder for the second half of next week. All right, that is your Friday morning weather update. I hope everyone has a great weekend. And remember that as long as you want there to be, there will always be a 100% chance of good things.